Let's talk about his not a flamethrower. The cheeky name that Elon gave to his flamethrower hasn't convinced cops that it's not dangerous. Elon's company, the Boring Company, sold this device as a publicity stunt. I actually remember like clips of David Dobrik having one. It's like a gun that just shoots flames out. Now, the sarcastic branding did not appear amusing to authorities, who have seized hundreds of these dangerous devices. European officials have also cracked down on Elon's Spaceballs inspired fire shooters. Officials in Switzerland confiscated a bunch of them and fined 1,000 people. Now, Max Craddock was an American who was among the first 1,000 people to buy Elon's flamethrower. He nearly spent a week behind bars in Italy after he tried to board a party bus with the gadget. It seems like these weapons have also been used by drug dealers. So yeah, great, Elon. Let's replace the guns with flamethrowers. His flamethrower stunt prompted New York lawmakers to introduce a bill that make it illegal to possess this device in the state. So how much is he helping the world if the government needs to make laws to protect people from things that he creates? These damn robots are looking a little bit scarier now because what are they capable of?
Selling a flamethrower, the liabilities, all the people you're selling this device to, what kind of unhinged people are going to be buying a flamethrower in the first place? Do we really want to connect ourselves to all these potential arsonists?
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. Terrible. Shouldn't buy one. I said don't buy this flamethrower.
So obviously Elon is a ridiculous guy. I mean, let's talk about his 10 children and all of their names. Here's Sloan from earlier in the podcast to let you know he actually has 12 children now, so as of 2024. Now, Elon and Grimes, a singer, welcomed their son, who's named XAEA12. I don't even know how to say this. His name was eventually changed to remove the 12 because you cannot have a number in your name. The ex couple also had a daughter who they originally named Exa Dark Sidereal. Her name has been changed to Y or question mark. Now in 2022, another one of Elon's daughters, who is transgender, they were born a male and now identify as a trans woman, illegally dropped Musk from her last name, saying she did not want to be related to her biological father in any shape or form. And there's a reason why his trans daughter doesn't want anything to do with him. Elon has made his opinions about pronouns very clear, saying that he's not a fan of identifying pronouns. At one point, Elon went as far as to say that his trans child was dead to him. Now her name is Vivian Wilson. Again, she dropped Musk from her name. Elon has been quoted saying that his son, who's now again a trans woman, was destroyed by the woke mind virus. It's pretty much what he said. Let's play a clip.
I lost my son, essentially. So, you know, they call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right, so the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead, killed by the woke mind virus. So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that.
Now, for anyone, it must be hard to have their parent speak about them in such a bad way. After the interview, Elon said that his child was born gay and slightly autistic, which he then claims that these traits contributed to gender dysphoria. Of course, Vivian hit back saying that this was entirely fake and that he wasn't part of her childhood, so how would he know? Quote, he doesn't know what I was like as a child because he simply wasn't there. Elon wrote in late 2020, I absolutely support trans, but all these pronouns are an aesthetic nightmare. In response to a tweet earlier that year, he wrote, pronouns suck. His partner at the time asked him to stop, and she said she could not support his hate. Here's a clip of Vivian speaking a little bit more about her relationship with her father.
It is Vivian Jenna Wilson. I'm just going to come on here and say that I'm doing well. I'm doing fine, actually. I'm formulating a response and whatnot. It's being worked on. It's being worked on. Just hold your goddamn horses for 5 more seconds, okay? I promise it's getting worked on.
Now, you might be confused. Elon Musk has 10 kids. I mean, I've heard about his children with Grimes, but his relationship statuses have always been complicated. That brings us to our next chapter, his dating history, his children, and his obsession with populating the Earth. Whatever you do, Elon, don't bring him to LA because the traffic is bad enough. Now, we mentioned Justine Musk early in this episode. They married in the year 2000. The couple had 6 children together before divorcing in 2008. Elon went on to marry English actress Tallulah Riley in 2010, but they later divorced and remarried again. Their second divorce was finalized in 2016. He has also been linked to actress Amber Heard and, of course, singer Grimes. Keep in mind that he and Grimes have 3 children together. He also fathered twins with Neuralink executive Siobhan in November 2021, just weeks before his second baby with Grimes was born. So he is messy as hell. Elon then welcomed a 3rd child with Zillis in early 2024. Now the father of 12. Oh shit. Correct the record early in the podcast. Elon says he's doing a good thing, doing his best to help the underpopulation crisis. A collapsing birth rate is the biggest danger civilization faces by far. Now, I want to go a little bit further back in time, even before Justine Musk. In the mid-90s, Elon met Jennifer Gwynn while they were both students at the University of Pennsylvania. Jennifer later told People that she was attracted to Elon's quiet intensity. The couple dated for about a year, but during that time, they were serious enough to introduce each other to their families. Elon even gifted Jennifer a gold and emerald necklace for her birthday. Shortly after Jennifer returned from studying abroad, she and Elon called it quits. Jennifer explained that Elon was not very good at long-distance relationships, and talking on the phone seemed like a waste of time to him. Interestingly enough, in 2022, Jennifer auctioned off items from their time together, including several photos and a handwritten card to help pay for her stepson's college tuition. Ahead of the auction, she recalled that her time dating Elon was amazing.
What's it like to date the world's richest man? Elon Musk's college sweetheart has never talked until now. She told Anne Mercogliano what Musk was like before he conquered the world.
They're never-before-seen photos of a baby-faced Elon Musk, long before becoming the richest man in the world.
He was my type, tall, blonde, and nerdy. He was sweet, he was kind, he was smart, he was engaging. He was not into, PDA in public, not a big hand holder. He would talk about electric cars. He would talk about alternate fuel sources.
He was talking about building the future.
Absolutely.
Now that brings us to his relationship with Justine. Now I think this is by far Elon's most serious relationship to date. They first met when they were studying at Queen's University in Canada. At the time, Justine was a freshman and Elon was a sophomore. She shares that he invited me out for an ice cream. I said yes, but then I blew him off with a note on my dorm room door. Several hours later, my head bent over my Spanish textbook in an overheated room in the student center. I heard a polite cough behind me and Elon was smiling awkwardly with 2 chocolate chip ice cream cones dripping down his hands. He's not a man who takes no for an answer. Although Elon transferred schools, he continued to pursue Justine. However, they split before Justine moved to Japan for a year, which, oh my gosh, I leave to Japan tomorrow. I'm so scared. A week after she returned home to Canada, he happened to call her. Justine moved to California to be with him. They were engaged, and in 2000, they got married. Looking back on their relationship, Justine acknowledges that there were some warning signs and there were comments about Elon being this alpha. She claims that Elon's judgment always overruled her own. He was constantly making remarks about how she was lacking. At one point, she said, "I'm your wife. I'm not your employee. If you were my employee," he said, "I would fire you." So imagine having your husband tell you that he would fire you. In 2002, they welcomed their first child together, Nevada Alexander, who died at just 10 weeks old. Justine shared that the couple grieved in vastly different ways, but decided to get pregnant again as soon as possible. They welcomed twins in 2004, and then a set of triplets in 2006, so they were quick with it. Justine recalled that they had a different dream lifestyle filled with extravagant events, multi-million-dollar homes, and a staff that catered all their needs. However, she felt a lack of intimacy and empathy from Elon. She wrote that a car accident served as a wake-up call for her. She said, "I barely recognized myself. I had to turn into a trophy wife." After that accident, the couple tried counseling, but just after a month, Elon gave her an ultimatum to live the life as they had or to get a divorce. He filed for divorce the next day. Following their 2008 split, the couple went through a complicated divorce, ending with shared custody of their 5 children. Here's a clip of Justine sharing how bad it really got.
We were seeing a marital therapist, and I think he just got tired of the stress and the uncertainty of it. And the next day, I went into my therapist's office, and he had left a message for her to tell me that he was filing for divorce. So that was how I found out. One of the more memorable moments of my life, yeah.
Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.